Hello everybody, this is your host Odd Job Entertainment bringing you another video. How are we doing today? Streaming on a Monday. Kind of weird. But I do have something really cool to show you guys. Let's move this down to the second screen so I can see what's going on. So this is, calling it the Sidecar. Instead of having an extended plank that goes underneath the trigger, it has a secondary trigger that goes right on the side. It's got a little bit of a taper on the one edge, making it so that your finger has a little bit of an easier time reaching everything. And then it's not symmetrical like the previous design was, but it still maintains that same level of simplicity for installation. So I've got that installed on my left stick, but we need to get it onto the right stick. That's what we're going to do right now. So to install these, you're going to need the awkward super short hex key that comes with your Virpils, and you'll need a 2.5mm Allen key. And the first step is you need to take the joystick off of the base. It is tricky to do just because you have to get the short key lined up with the grub screw. Come on. There we go. All right, then you have two small screws that are Phillips head on either side of the flip down trigger. You've got four 2.5mm Allen keys on the one side that you need to remove, and then one on the other side. So this one closer to the base. This is the only one that is the longer of the five. You guys that way just a little bit. That way I don't have to hold quite as awkward of a position. And give me just a second to reload the chat widget. It's not showing me if you guys are saying anything. There we go. It's at least up now. And for the brake lever, or for disassembling this joystick grip, you want to do this screw on the longer screw on the, this would be the inside of the joystick. But for the brake lever, it has a screw on either side, and you only want to do one of them. And I recommend that you just do the one that's on the same side as the other three screws you need to remove, because otherwise you're going to have to deal with the torsion spring and getting that reinstalled, and that sucks. them all. All right, then you're going to need your small Phillips head screwdriver. These ones are a pain to get the right angle on. But they're just underneath the kind of cowl for the flip trigger. Howdy, Overboard. How you doing? Come to see the latest in Virpil joystick modifications. Have you got your sticks in the mail yet? Hey, Draconis. Good to see you. This screw is not wanting to come out. But it's rotating and then setting back in the hole like it is just like it needs to come out. See if we can just pop it out. Come on. I was gonna right out of there. Okay, maybe if we retighten it and then take it back out, it'll play nicer. Is it just stripped? That would not be good. No, because it is, I do see it attached to the head. They haven't even responded to a nice email asking for a tentative date they may get into the mail. Really? That part does surprise me. My interactions with customer service for Virpil have been pretty pleasant. That, I mean, I hesitate to say I have any kind of streamer privilege, right? Because I mean, look at the channel size. But yeah, I mean, my experience was really good. It took like a day for them to respond, but I was getting pretty constant feedback from them. Let's try this. Let's try using a small flathead drill bit on this thing. Why does the screw not want to come out? I'm so confused. Oh, okay. Just popped out. Weird, weird. Okay, so then you just need to squeeze the base of that little connector underneath the cowl, and then it will come right off. This splits in half. Try to hold on to each side. We need to keep the axle for our trigger and this spring and little rubber bushing. We don't need the black trigger anymore. And before we install the new trigger, we need to get very generous with the lube. So on the secondary trigger piece, there's that little rib, similar to my other styles of joystick triggers. You want to get plenty on that. You do want to get a good amount of lubrication on this large flat face because the spring rides along the side of it. And if the spring binds up, then the primary trigger doesn't return to neutral. On the other piece, it's a similar story. You want to add lots of lube to the base where the spring rests, the flat face, and then you want to make sure that it moves easily against the other piece when assembled. I found that on mine, the very farthest extension of the little nub, two supports had attached there and made it a little rough, so I just used a simple file to sand that down. You just want it to feel really smooth when the pieces are riding against each other. That's the levels of lube we're talking about. Don't skimp on the lube. Lube is cheap, and it's a pain taking these things apart. Previous to starting the video, I did also rebore the hole. it should print pretty close to 4 millimeters, but there's always going to be some variation caused by the quality of your printer and the machinery you're using. So it's always best to just take a 4 millimeter reamer and just make sure that the hole is actually that size. Now with it assembled to this state, we can test the spring and just make sure that there's no evidence of binding anywhere. It should move nice and free. And I don't know if this actually helps, but I do apply just a thin film of lube to this rubber pad. It is kind of hard to do after lubing everything else, so I probably should have done that first. Then you grab this part with the majority of the components. Set your axle into place in the recessed hole. It does have a little bit of grease applied already, so it might want to spring back out at you. There you can see it installed there. We're just going to set this down on top of it. Okay. So you get assembled like this, and you need to make sure that the stop feet are both behind the metal casing. So you can wiggle it around a little bit. You just want to get it so that everything is tucked inside. So properly assembled should look like that. You can see that the small foot for the primary trigger is resting against the front edge of the inside of the aluminum case. The foot for the secondary trigger is resting on top of the button. From the other side, you should have just a little bit of clearance between the sidecar trigger and the casing. And you can test it at this stage to make sure that both triggers are working as expected. So, see if I can get this so you guys can hear it. That's working pretty good. Then you want to put the other side of the metal clamshell on and test again. What we're looking for is a smooth but snappy actuation. That feels pretty good. So I'm going to start reassembling everything. Reassembly, I like to do the long screw on the opposite side first, just because I feel like that way I'm less likely to mess it up. But you can tell I'm clearly used to doing this on the left side stick because I just put it in the wrong hole. Okay, once you get this screw put in, I'd recommend testing it again, just to make sure you didn't introduce any binding somehow. But this is feeling great, so we're going to keep going. Okay. Then we reinstall the cable from the cowl. Squeeze that base and then just push it in. And there's some indexing pins that you can see built into the clear section on the back of this cowl. You want to make sure that those are lined up with the holes that they insert into. Everything should look pretty seamless when properly lined up. Switch to Titan mode. That makes it sound like a anime weapon. My screwdriver has a Titan mode. You know what? I think I know what it is. I think there's maybe a little bit of damage to this bit. So it's jumping a little bit. Either the bit or the screw itself. And I think that's why it was making me think that everything was kosher when it wasn't. All right, one more sanity check. Feels pretty good. Okay, I don't anticipate taking this apart again for a while, so I will take the time to actually tighten all the grub screws. Watch it be like my cadets get here tomorrow, so I have to start this whole process over again. This is the most frustrating part of working on these sticks, though. This stupid little short Allen key. It's so hard to get this lined up so that it will go into the hole. I feel like Happy Gilmore, like, it's your home. Don't you want to go to your home? Come on, Virpil. Can't we come up with something better than this? Okay. 2 grub screws is enough. And there you have it. That is the sidecar installed. Now the cool part is because the trigger is off to the side, we don't have any issues with the flip trigger. I got that resolved on the other version that is available today by basically moving the extension for the secondary trigger far enough behind the first trigger that it doesn't interact with the flip trigger. But this one is a much more elegant solution for this style of joystick because it's just off to the side. So you can use the flip trigger without any impediment. And you still have easy access to all the normal trigger functions. So very happy with how that's turned out. These are going to be for sale on my sites soon. Let's get into the game and test them out, huh? So got a new PTU today. Which the cool part about that is everything that we worked for in the last PTU probably doesn't matter anymore. But hopefully that also means that I get all the funding back. The 14 million credits that I misspent. Because I do want to test a ship like the Meteor. Hey, you stream really well, King. I'll love to become your dedicated fan and support me. Mind adding me on Discord. Sunny_Tep. Well, I mean, I feel like if you were a real person, you would just add me on Twitch anyways. You would just subscribe. You wouldn't try to get me to do anything uncouth on a different platform, right? Can we just call people out as clankers now? Can we just use... Is that the one slur that we all agree is okay to use? Let's see. Let's try to... we'll go with this face for today. Alright, Stanton. Lorryville. Play game. Confirm. I ordered in January and said I know they take a while to deliver. Let's see. I'm trying to think what the timeline was for me. I ordered mine October 11th. And I got them end of February? Alright, so November, December, January, February. So it was like 4 months for me. You've got some time to wait, Overboard. Sorry to tell you. By the way, chat, tell me how audio sounds. I did some tweaking in Windows to try to eliminate the microphone peaking sound. So I think we should be good. But that is hard for me to check while I'm live. The React video that went up today for the Colin Furs skateboard. Ugh, man. Thank you for anyone that watches that. That audio is terrible. I feel like I broke some Geneva Convention rules by uploading that to a public social media platform. Alright, so let's check. Oh, no, we've got the same number of smackaroonies as before. That is actually not great. But it does mean that our rep is probably unchanged, so we can use that. And what do we have equipped? We've got nothing. We do need some ammo. One of our org mates, Schlag, who was on stream with us last time, well, I guess I was going to say last week, but it was just Friday. This is the first time we've streamed on a Monday in a while. He did some testing, and he found much better success getting the blueprints from the Foxwell Clear PAF missions. So we're going to give those a shot. I tried doing that on my own a little bit ago on the last PTU, and I very stupidly assumed that I could do it with no ammo, and the NPCs were actually pretty challenging. But I'm going to do better at planning ahead this time, and I'm going to go get some equipment so I don't just get myself killed. Metro. Oh no! Terrible timing. Just missed it.
Hello.
Hello. Did you say that? What suit is this? It's got like
Hey.
a grunge pattern on it.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm just checking you out. That's all. Don't think about it. Is that wear and tear being applied?
Traffic today. Took me twice as long to get here.
Looks pretty good. Okay, all right. I'll stop creeping.
To your fellow travelers, do not lock doors. Passengers disembark before boarding.
I'm a little superstitious that if you're nice to robots and treat them well, maybe it will go better for you in the AI takeover. So, you know, I'd be respectful to those NPCs. But the wear and tear does look pretty good if that is what's being applied. Blueprint hunting, yes. Schlag, welcome back to chat. How you doing? Yeah, we were going to try the clear PAF missions that you were talking about, since it seems like those were working better. So I'm on my way to go buy some equipment so I don't get myself zerged immediately.
Step away from the platform edge when
The NPCs are a little smarter than I gave them credit for last time I tried to interact with them. Am I here? This is where I wanted to be. Now I'm not sure. Oh no, okay, we're good. We're good. Tammany and Sons. That's where we're trying to get to.
Hey.
Hey. Doing okay. Also, the Yellow Patrol Foxwell ship contract seemed to do okay with blueprints. Okay, good to know.
Hi.
Hey. Those might be easier in the sense that I can chain those faster.
How's it going?
Hey.
I'm completely off still.
But I am here, so I might as well get some ammo. Did a couple of the yellow shipjacker hunt missions that gave a blueprint each time. Okay, all right, yeah, that's very good to know. We will give that a shot. It still weirds me out that ammo is considered an attachment. What guns do I have in my inventory? Do they have a terminal here? What guns am I shopping for? There we go. Okay, Custodian, that's old reliable. We've got a P4. I think probably the Custodian, though, right? So my thought with PTU rates, like we're talking right now, if it is just a test environment where everything gets deleted in the next, you know, week, like, just really crank up the rates so that people can actually test the deeper parts of progression. It just doesn't seem like CIG utilizes that aspect enough. And then it's like, then we get surprised, right, when further elements of the experience aren't good. Like, well, we could have been testing it if we were able to get to that point.
You should have seen his face. Looked like he swallowed a bug. Thought he was gonna cry. It was hilarious.
So I would just keep it so that you get a blueprint every time you complete a mission, just for the purpose of testing, right? And you can limit the number of blueprints that are available, so you don't have access to the whole pool. But just make it easy for people to test it, and then you test your spawn rates in the PU, not the PT. That's me, though. Do I have any heavy? I guess not. Okay. Attachments. That's right. Gotta do it this way. Oh, shoot. This probably takes a size 1. Dang it. Okay, well, doesn't matter. Where did the...
Hey, what's up?
See, here it's considered ammo, but it's not considered attachments for that category.
Good for you.
Okay, this tooltip is kind of annoying. They should probably have that changed contextually where it appears so it's not covering important information. Okay, not that one. Alright, now we're kitted out, so we can go back to the spaceport. This is one of my big critiques about the spawning in your hangar. It's cool if you don't need to get equipped, but it does just place you farther away from everything you need. If you need ammo, med gun, anything like that, what they really ought to do, that I keep saying, is you need like a mobiGlass shopping app where you can do some kind of Amazon trick and just get things sent to your hangar. Otherwise, the spawning in your hangar, in my opinion, is not actually that helpful. At least for the first time you spawn into a new system, it just means that you do have to take an extra long trip to get equipped. And I feel like they could just remove that headache altogether by making it so that you can do a lot of your shopping from there.
Anything interesting to report?
Nope, nothing interesting to report.
trespassing
Yep,
or
everything's
attempting to
quiet.
trespass
Where'd that
on
guy
train
go?
tracks is a serious and dangerous offense.
Is it you
See how
talking?
much he knows when he gets a bullet.
Be on the
Hey,
lookout for anything suspicious.
What did this guy
Can't
do?
be too careful.
how's it going?
Oh, I think that cop was about to execute that guy.
Be considerate to your fellow travelers.
Then he sees me looking at him and he's like, oh, nope. I wasn't doing nothing. He's pointing that gun right at that guy's face. What kind of operation are they running here in Hurston?
Next stop, Tisa Spaceport. Now arriving, Tisa Spaceport. Please watch your step when disembarking the train. Step away from the platform edge when train is approaching.
Hurston doesn't have body cams. Man, that is the funny thing, right? Like, body cams were supposed to help us rat out a bunch of the overwhelmingly corrupt police force, right? All it's really done, though, is inspire a whole bunch of YouTube channels to just show people being complete idiots when interacting with law enforcement. That seems to be the biggest fallout from body cams.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System.
Alright, so you're saying that the yellow patrolman or shipjacker hunt does pretty good. I'm gonna try out the MX then.
Vehicle selected. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
I gave me a large hanger, that's not good.
Hey,
It's gonna have to run so far. Here's another quality of life thing that CIG could do. Do we really have to spawn ships in the center of the hangar? If we're spawning a small ship in a large hangar, couldn't we just put it on the edge, closer to the door? So that you don't have to do this hiatus or this sojourn in the wilderness trying to get to your ship in the middle of the hangar. Alright. Here's the real ticket. Did our settings continue from one patch to the next? Oh, it looks like they did. Cool.
How can Miss help you today? Systems on.
Big ship owner problems. I know, it is the definition of a first world problem, right? Oh no, I have to run through my massive hangar. Kill me now. Clear shipjacking group. Alright, let's try this one then. Cosmopolitan Synagogue 5X. Whoa! Cheap viewers, streamboo.com. Remove the space. Thanks. I could use more viewers.
Everything's good on my side, so you may proceed with your contract.
Landing gear up.
So here's the great irony between the two different chat systems, right? YouTube has all kinds of promiscuous bots that pop up in your comment section. But the live chat seems pretty clean. Like, I don't get any bots that are so obvious in my YouTube live chat. Where Twitch, I mean, you don't really have a comment section the same way that you do on YouTube.
Thank
Because
you for
it is
visiting
mostly
Hurston. And
live
remember,
content.
Hurston Dynamics is always looking for hard workers.
But even as a small channel, I am always getting bots trying to get me to put my social security number into a sketchy website. So explain that one to me. Now, who was it? Moist Critical, he did a video recently talking about some bigwig at a streaming service company was basically saying that if you're not cheating, you're not trying to win when it comes to like botting viewers and whatnot. And then the video basically went on to explain that none of these streaming sites are really that keen on getting rid of the bots because it does inflate viewership numbers and it does just make it seem like it's a better deal overall. But it just seems so odd to me that, this is the way that it is. Oh, dude, come back. Wanna play? Why'd they whiz past so far? Was I going that fast?
Shield under attack.
It's a really good thing that NPCs suck at flying because this is not a good matchup for the MX. A skilled pilot would definitely be running circles around me. Especially because I'm not a skilled pilot. But I do okay against NPCs because they're brainless.
Holy shit, that was one of our ships.
Whoa, dude, don't swear. This is a Christian gaming channel.
I could use a hand here.
Shield under attack. Target
Last shot.
destroyed.
Imagine being able to select an M2, Nova Tank, Ballista, and have them pop up in one go. Yeah! It would be fantastic if you could choose ship locations on the hangar floor, and as long as there is approved space, you could pull up multiple ships at the same time. Well, and see, that's kind of what we were promised with the freight elevators, right? It was supposed to be able to pull up ground vehicles, but they show it pulling up multiple at once, so presumably that would be something you could do, right?
Contact received.
But then freight elevators have just never been able to pull up vehicles as of yet. That was a terrible merge.
Shield under attack. Target destroyed.
Alright, contract complete, yellow level contract, clear ship jacking group. Yeah! We got a blueprint! Antium! Woo! First one!
Sending creds your way. Thanks for clearing out that contract.
You're welcome, Mr. Dispatcher. Happy to keep Hurston safe. Okay, so let's grind out a couple of those. And then I guess we'll need to get into
Awesome.
some
Awesome.
mining.
Glad that you're coming on board to lend us a hand. You should have everything you need to get going.
Quantum travel
what would be the most effective way of getting some stuff crafted? It's hard to think what's going to be the fastest for what's going to be like a 4-hour gaming session.
We lost one.
Next, buddy.
Shield under attack.
Friendly ship down.
Target destroyed.
Okay. Right, where is that asteroid base?
Contact received.
Okay, and let's see if missiles are working this patch. Seems like the answer is no.
Missile.
Oh, I did get a missile lock then. But then he boomed past me.
Missile lock.
There we go.
Target destroyed.
All right. Give me another one. Ah, Antium again?
Hey, nice work. Foxwell appreciates it. I'll get your money sent.
Okay, 2 is a coincidence, 3 is a pattern, right? So let's do one more. It could also, because Antium is an armor set, right? So it could just be showing Antium, but maybe it's helmet, core, arms, legs. Maybe it's not the whole set all at once.
Hey, I'm Walton with Foxwell. Let's get you to work. We'll swamp the contracts so we get to get travel cleared out.
Engaged. Quantum travel complete. Contact received. Shield on. Missile lock.
Let him buzz by. Is not hearing it.
Missile.
Asshole.
Guys, I think what it is I think my missiles are being affected by the radar distances. Because like the missiles have significantly larger range than I was able to lock on there, but it took until they were within 2.5 before it gave me the notification saying that I could hit them, right? So that might be another downside to not allocating enough radar power, is your missiles range is also affected.
That was one of ours.
Yep, it was.
I'm taking so much damage.
Okay, then we need to move closer to the asteroid base. Where is it? Over here.
Taking fire.
Okay. Antium again. Okay.
Contract complete. Initiating your payment now.
We've got 3 blueprints in theory. Hopefully, I would think CIG's smart enough to not just keep giving you the same blueprint if they are, unless they like burn up, right? So oh my gosh, map is terrible right now. What is this? Ew. Oh, it's so gross. It's laggy too. What is going on, guys? Like, what I was saying, if blueprints have a limited number of uses, it makes sense to not allow you to... Sorry. If blueprints have limited number of uses, then it makes sense to give you multiple copies. Because then each copy allows you to get that many more uses. But if they are permanent, then it does not mean... Then it does not make sense to just keep giving you more copies of the same thing. Because then it's just a waste of time, right? Let's see if it just lets me jump.
Quantum travel complete.
But I've gotten Antium 3 times, so 2 possibilities exist. Either it's giving me the same blueprint over and over. Oh my gosh. Guys, do you see this? What is going on? It wants me to jump to Hurston first to get to Magda. I'm so glad that 12 years in, we still don't have quantum travel working. Where is that moon? No, that's Magda. Okay, so basically, there's two possibilities. One, it keeps giving me the same blueprint. We'll have 3 copies of the same item. Or it's giving me new blueprints, but it's different parts of the same set. Right, so when we get to Lorville, and we load up the fabricator, that's what we need to look for. And do I have multiple Antium pieces that I can now craft? If that is not the case, and there's only one Antium that shows up, then it's probably that it's giving me multiple copies. Which would mean that unless blueprints have limited numbers of uses, or the blueprint that you're using is like that, then it's only worth doing that mission for a blueprint one time. Where's Lorville? Guess I'm close enough. It should be fine to search for it. Might actually give me a workable route this time. Gosh. Map is so scuffed right now. Is it sending me... Alright, place your bets. Does it have me go around the planet like it's supposed to, or is it going to have me go through it again? Oh, okay, cool. We are taking the safe route. I don't know if anyone else has been having that, but it's been sending me straight through the middle of moons. I don't know, like at least 25% of the time. It freaks me out because sometimes you don't pick up enough speed and then you smack at Mach 6 into the nearest structure from when you started. Other times you'll be totally fine and it's just a game of Russian roulette figuring out which one it's going to be this time.
Quantum travel complete.
Alright, pretty good landing, if I do say so myself. It does Lorville have a bakery? It does, right? It probably means Hybrid V Audio wasn't watching. Yeah, exactly, right? He's going to be around for my worst landing, and I won't get credit for anything else. Okay, it looks like no refinery here at Lorville. So let's see. Let's do this then.
Welcome
Let's call up
to the ASOP
a
vehicle
cargo
retrieval
ship.
system.
Like the Corsair.
Your vehicle has been delivered.
I need a multi-tool. Well, really, I just want to try to so let's just use this. Oh, why am I blue? Guys, look at this. New shield tech. Star Citizen. That could be such a clickbaity thumbnail. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Do like, oh. What? CIG, why? I guess I parked them both perfectly so they didn't clip into each other, so at least I didn't cause any issues. Did my freight elevator get bugged? Okay, cool. That one's broken. Yeah, why would I want to get rid of my sick drip? I just got the streamer privilege of the century. I have the brand new, never before seen FPS shield tech. Okay. Okay, I think this one's going to work. It's playing the sounds correctly. I waited plenty long enough on the last one. That should have worked. Must be an endorsement from Twitch. There you go. Alright, now I think we're just going to use this Corsair as like our mobile base of operations. Because it should persist the inventory if I plop this in here. And it should still be able to access the local inventory here, right? Field recon. Okay, what in the antium did I get then? Oh. Oh, okay. Alright, so that... I have the core. And the helmet. So there you go. It is... It's one piece at a time. If I have 3 distinct pieces, then that tells us that it is deterministic and that it doesn't overlap, right? So there we go. I've got legs, core, helmet. So if I did it 2 more times, presumably I would get arms, backpack. And these require Stellaron, Acelerite, and Tungsten. Okay, very nice, very nice. Think we're getting it now. I do need to move this to the other side. Whoa. Watch out here. That way I can still get easy access to the stairs. True. I could have sorted that way and it would have made things a little faster. But I did want to see if I had anything else. Got a pretty good look at all the other stuff. See, I feel so much safer because I have the new shield tech. Look at this. I'm not going to die on a mission. I'm going to live. So this ship does not have lamp.
Launch complete.
Look, you can see my glowing blue silhouette through the ship. The shield tech is super OP, guys. I'm invincible. It would be kind of funny, though, if it was a bug that did give you invincibility, like it thought you were in a protected state somehow. What button did I set to cycle configuration? We don't want to be flying like an NPC now, right? So, first step is I'm going to take this up to Everest. And then we're going to pull our prospector from Everest. And then we'll go on a little bit of a material hunt, trying to find some good stuff. We can do our refining at Everest. Wait, is that right? Does Everest have a refinery? I guess I should check that before I drop off a bunch of stuff there. Oh my gosh, these map bugs are killing me. Okay, no, they do not. Okay, I'm glad I checked, because it's the L1 stations that do, right? So we'll come to this guy.
Quantum drive is now on.
That must be an audio bug, right? It sounds like the engines are screaming. Or maybe that's just the sound a quantum drive makes when it's on a Drake ship. Okay. Here we go.
Shield system online.
Cycle configuration again. There we go.
Engines offline.
I'm really disappointed that the Corsair is so far. I think it is still the only ship, right, that has the ability to go to the roof with the elevator. That's such a useful utility. It should just make all ships have that ability.
Welcome to the
So then we'll
vehicle
get
retrieval system.
we'll get the prospector delivered, and then we'll
Your
claim
vehicle
that.
has been delivered to the following location.
And then I need to take a quick bio break. I'll be right back.
moved to our storage facility. You'll please visit us again. Goodbye.
Okay, I'm back. So, good news. If you didn't catch the context clues on the last stream, I am no longer with my previous employer. I'm a little upset about how things ended. I didn't get treated very fairly. I just got blindsided towards the end there. But the good part about it is I have an interview coming up on Wednesday for a job that would actually pay 30 to 50% more. So, you know, it was probably... I think it's going to be one of those cases where it's good that I'm leaving. Because there wasn't a lot of upward mobility that I was going to get at the last place. And I think I'd kind of reached the natural conclusion anyways. So we'll be able to take advantage of some better opportunities going forward. But yeah, wish me luck. Ariel, looks like we're going to go to Ariel. Hopefully this interview goes well, and then we'll see. We'll have to see how that affects the stream schedule. I do want to stream more. I think that given the fact that I'm no longer in school, that should still be possible. But first priority is going to be just making sure that I am able to feed myself. I'm sure everybody understands that though, right? Wish me luck. Interview on Wednesday. Hopefully, I don't know, maybe Thursday I can give you guys some good news. And yeah, I got a new job.
Hello, how can Miss help you today? Systems on. Launch sequence complete. Landing gear up.
Oh, I guess I didn't set a route, did I? Let's do that now then. Yeah, it would be for a technical CAD drafting position. So it's kind of like a subset of engineering, right? It sounds like I would be doing mostly CAD work, which I find fun. but has the potential to also pay substantially more. I am just a little bummed, though, of how things ended at the last place. I feel like I'm being unfairly represented, and I think in reality they were not ready for an engineering department. They probably ran out of projects for me to work on, and didn't want to say it that way. So instead they just make it seem like I'm not as good as I am.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
But nothing super out of the ordinary, unfortunately. I mean, we all go through rough patches.
Quantum travel engaged.
We've all had bosses who didn't treat us fairly.
Quantum travel complete.
It does help you appreciate, though, the good ones a lot more. Start to realize, oh man, I had a pretty good thing with so and so. Hey, does any of these sound like they won't result in me getting dead quick? That's the dregs. Let's not go there. Oven, that sounds dangerous. Smokestack, that sounds... whatever. It's closest. We're just gonna go there. We don't need to get too close. What does Ariel look like under lamp? Ah! Looks like a dwarf star. That's terrible. Okay. Not gonna be using a lamp then. Not for Ariel. Okay, so you were saying, Schlag, that we need some iron, aluminum, and hephaestonite. Let me silence that. There we go. It's never an easy thing. I'm a terrible manager in the sense I feel terrible about having to select people who have to go in doing downsize or reduction in force. And see, like, I get it if, like, we did go through a pretty big change where we lost a pretty sizable client, right? So I understand if they needed to do a downsizing or reduction in force. But, like, there was already a lot of ongoing hostility there that I wasn't happy with. So, you know, if it is just a reduction in force, like, we could have ended on really good terms, and I would have been happy with it. Okay. All right, so... all right, the number off to the right, that's the quality, right? So this aluminum is 383, which is not good. Oh, 749. That's pretty good, but that's an impossible rock. Let's see this one. 403, not great. $360. I mean, we gotta try for it, right? It says impossible, but maybe we'll get lucky. Let's see, we getting any flicker of hope there in the bottom of the bar? Guess not. I don't want to just take those ones though. There's got to be something better.
Mining mode off.
Okay, it says scan, but then it doesn't show me anything in my scan MFD. Come on. Harvestable. Okay, so what are these ones? Too close, can't even see them. Leukocyte.
Fracturing mode on. Mining mode on.
Oh, okay, so those are whatchamacallums, like vehicle mining or Atlas mining.
Fracturing mode on. Mining mode on. Mining mode
Spontaneum? Man, that's actually pretty cool if this wasn't a PTU. Let's take a look at it though.
Fracturing mode on. Mining mode on.
Woo. Yeah, that's actually a pretty decent rock for Quantanium. Oh well.
Mining mode off.
Aphorite. Vegetable. It doesn't show me anything, so maybe this is a mineable. Olivine. We got really lucky finding a pretty choice rock that we just couldn't take advantage of. Now we are, now we're struggling a little bit. And I don't know what the rules are with telling me what it is or not telling me. And let's see. We'll also do this. Okay, no, radar has max power. That's what I was checking. That Hadnite or Hephaestonite? I can't read it. JG, I can't read it. Looks like Hadnite. Okay, dang it. I need the other H stuff. Aphrite. Could tell that one. Oh, got some aluminum.
Fracturing mode on. Mining mode on.
Okay, 286. That's the lowest we've seen so far. That's not worth our time. 418. 311. Wait, did I read that right? Yeah. $535.
Extraction mode on.
I think we might just take this one. Because, hey, at least it's 535. That gives us half an SCU.
Fracturing mode on. Mining mode off.
And I'm just going to keep going in the 270 direction-ish. Need some Hephaestonite still. And some iron. And I wouldn't be upset if we got a little bit more aluminum, but also, if we're just trying to craft one gun, I think we're probably fine with what we have. We're showing the experience. Lots of Proto. Don't need that though. Oh! Ask and ye shall receive, brethren. Check this out. Got some Hephaestonite.
Fracturing mode on. Mining mode on.
Okay, I can't read that. What does it say? I think that's a 480. Can I even crack that? Okay, it says it's easy, so could. $481? I can't tell. CIG, we can just make the part wider. We don't have to have it so squished in. What are we doing? Oh, no, no. Come down. Come down. Come down. Don't kill me.
Under attack.
And oh my gosh, I cannot read this. This is so frustrating. Okay, what does that say? It's even worse down there. What the hell? Okay, I think that's saying 203, right, for the Hephaestonite. Let's not get that then. Stuff sucks. One of these was a easy pick. Try this. Okay, that one's 431.
Fracturing mode on.
Okay, I set the power level to my scroll wheel on the right stick. That was a mistake because every click is 1%. I think it would be better to just do like the brake lever for that. Be a lot faster. Woo! See? Ah, crap! See, now it jumped way too high. Whoa, we jumped up to 7 viewers. Hot dog! We might actually have some people watching on Rumble. That's kind of crazy. Okay, so this stuff is 430. Oh, saying I still have to crack that stuff. Okay, so we got some aluminum, we got some Hephaestonite. We don't have the best of anything. I mean, but that's some nice quartz. I guess we might as well pick that up. It's kind of the name of the game, right? Pick up the good stuff, even if it isn't what you're looking for. Alright, now we need some iron. And does iron spawn on this planet? I don't think so. Yeah, so we get tin but no iron. See, where would be the best place to quickly start scooping some iron? guess we might need to take a trip to ArcCorp. This map is killing me. I want to throw my joystick through a wall. Alright, makes sense. There's no ground to mine there. Okay, so let's scoot on down to Walla. CIG, why? That route doesn't work. Why are you... There we go. That's a better route. I can actually complete this one. But hey, as far as the triggers go, I'm really happy with how these are feeling. What would you guys set the secondary stage to? If you suddenly had easy access to being able to use the second stage of your triggers, what function would you give it? Because it goes from being kind of like a hidden button to now it's one of the easiest access buttons. So it should be something that's high priority. But I think that this is definitely the winning design for the alphas. I'm very happy with how these are feeling. While we are in slip space, quantum travel, let's give a shout out to our channel members. Check this out. I fixed the animation. Now it actually plays at a reasonable speed so that the people who pay to support the channel get the recognition they deserve. Thank you very much. We now have 4 orbital bombardiers. That's pretty neat, if you ask me. So thank you for your contributions. It makes content like this possible. Short of that, though, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content so far. And I aim to be doing a lot more streaming here in the near future, so stay tuned. If you like what you're seeing, you'll get a lot more of it. Alright. Walla, here we come. As soon as we cool down. I like the way that the lamp works, but I am realizing I should probably give like a warning when I'm about to use it, because it might act like a flashbang for viewers. Let me know if that's something that ends up being like too bright for you. But here we go. 3, 2, 1. See, that looks really nice. You definitely get a better view of Walla using this tool. You don't get to appreciate the color so much, but on the dark side of this moon, at least it's navigable. Roll this way. How cool it would be if the first spot we touch down just has exactly the iron we need. I can't read that. I think it says a bunch of unknowns, though. Okay, that's barrel. We don't need barrel. Baradom. I just don't know what the rules are with these unknown markers. Barrel. Scanning doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot. All of a sudden it feels like the keybind is only semi-responsive. We're just going to keep zipping in the 90 direction. What would that be? I guess that'd be east, right? Keep heading east until we find our iron. Need iron. Oh, okay, here we go.
Fracturing mode on. Mining mode on.
Alright, give me something good. Come on. Dang, that's actually pretty nice. It says impossible. It probably won't work. But we won't know for sure unless we try. Sometimes you get lucky and it'll crack. Instead, these are headlights now that we're close. Yeah, okay, alright. That one's not gonna budge. $2.95. You must be joking. $3.19. $2.82. Okay, $5.38. That's worth picking up. Snack this. Music is a little over the top right now, isn't it? This is such a triumphant moment. Victory for all mankind. Hey, Always Gaming, how's it going? I guess we're always gaming. That's how it's going. I haven't seen your name in the chat before. Is this your first time catching a stream?
Extraction mode on.
Let's say 100 nerds. What are you? What are you? Show me. Iron. I want that. Yeah, it is. I'm just now returning to games, still kind of a new player. Well, hey, you've come to the right place. Odd Job Entertainment is always recruiting new players. So you can find links to our Discord. Should be in the description. I know it's in the description for YouTube. I don't know if I actually got around to setting that up on Twitch. But we're always happy to add someone new to the roster. Right now we are mining. We're trying out the new patch. Seeing if we can't make some cool guns by the end of tonight. Okay, so I think that's all we needed for our P4s. So I think we're ready to go back to what is it, for L1 where we were at. I can't even... The map is unusable right now. This is... you're embarrassing yourself, CIG. Come on. Cool, cool. I am trying to complete the event, currently at 27k out of 30k. But people are griefing the routes. What event we talking about? The Clear the Air one? What branch are you trying to do? Yeah, okay, but there's like the 3 categories, right?
Complete.
Cargo.
Quantum travel engaged.
Yeah, I mean, if you have access to one, the Hull C missions were pretty easy as long as you don't smack into the side of an asteroid. Yeah, cargo is just kind of a mess right now. I don't find it very fun. So once we get to her L1, we need to store the prospector, start a refinery process. Hopefully it doesn't take forever. I think in this last batch they've been going super quick, so I think we'll be good there. Then we're going to need to take it out of the refinery and add it to the local inventory. Hopefully this doesn't take like multiple hours. I was saying that the Hull C missions are pretty easy if you have access to a Hull C. Other than that, the cargo is just kind of a mess right now, and I don't find it very fun. It's going to be a slog. The best thing to do is just join one of the big AA groups on the server. You are kind of late to the party though, so it's going to be tougher to find one. But if you just ask around and chat, like, hey, is there an AA group? You'll probably get someone still running one. And then you just send them a friend request on Spectrum so that they can add you to their party and you can share missions that way.
Landing gear down. Landing systems.
Man, that was a great landing. Where's Hybrid V to see that one?
Engines off.
Did you see me like whipping that tail around, coming back in? That was a cinematic landing if I've ever had one. I should clip that and send it to him and be like, how'd I do, Hybrid? Okay, so here's the fast way to get out of the ship. You don't exit ship. You extend the ladder, and then you walk off backwards. Then you don't have to do the stupid ladder animation. It takes forever. Alright, stow this.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
So with the Hull C, there's a lot of tricks that you have to do to get it to work correctly. What the citizen? Did we just get a classic elevator bug? Did it just run into me? I guess we're gonna do the old exit to menu. Yeah, so with the Hull C, the easiest thing to do is you get the ship stationary, right? Well, okay, so first off, you do need to get the loading zone to spawn for you, and that is one of the first challenges. If you spam it, it will give you one eventually. That's what I've had the most luck doing. If it doesn't give you one that way, then you can quantum away, come back, and try again. Once you have the area spawned, where it tells you to hold still, you get your ship stationary in the box, and then you get out of the seat. That's the easiest one. And then with the Hull C, you're in the front left when you're piloting the ship. If you get into the middle seat, you can't screw it up, but you can still see that bar tick up. That usually works for me. If it doesn't start loading at that point, then you're going to have to go and get another zone spawned. Yeah, are you having flashbacks, Schlag? 3.17 all over again. Those were rough days. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I do not want to go back to 3.17. Alright, refinery. Here we go. Global chat because they never say anything helpful. Yeah, with the Hull C, you have to pray in the direction of Mr. Roberts and promise to buy an interest. Then the Hull C will load. I'll just say good one, Schlag. I've got a lot of retorts coming into my mind of like how to build on that joke, but all of them get me canceled, so I'm not going to say any of them. Set up work order. We got iron. We got corundum. We got quartz. We got quartz. We got hephaestonite. We got hephaestonite. We got hephaestonite. We got silicon. Not silicone. You have to mine those somewhere else. And then we got aluminum. Then high speed, motocross, low yield. Okay, we definitely want high speed. High speed, high cost, low yield. I want high speed, high yield.
You alright?
Been looking into getting one of those site adjusters that automatically compensates bullet drop based on the atmosphere sampling. No idea how the hell it works, but it's pretty insane tech.
You can't be serious.
Okay, this might be the best that we can get. So let's just do that. 31 minutes. Now, if we get rid of some of these, does it go down? It does go down a little bit. So let's not waste our time with the 203 hephaestonite then. Or this 314 quartz. Okay, it's not actually going down that much anymore, so let's just do this. 28 minutes. So now we got to keep ourselves entertained for 28 minutes. Let's see. The refinery is supposed to be where you can get the fabricators. Is that right? So if I hadn't brought that Corsair, could we get a replacement here? How's the crafting been? That's what we're trying to check out. I just got done with some mining, so we brought all of that back here and set it up for refinement. I need it to be refined before I can use it. We did try it on Friday, and it was okay, but like we only made a pistol, right? It wasn't that interesting. Hopefully today we can try something a bit more complex. A bit more complex. Maybe light incense enchant, not sure. Chris changes his mind a lot. Schlag, you're gonna get me in trouble. Yeah, always gaming. Have you tried burning some incense and saying a prayer to Chris Roberts to grant you safe passage in your missions? If anyone doesn't know, I am multi-streaming right now across Twitch, Rumble, and YouTube, so all of them have separate chats. I should probably look at getting the plugin that allows you to combine them all on the screen. The risk there with that is if someone says something naughty, the platforms treat it all differently, so you might suffer some consequences for what someone else says in your chat. That's been the big reason why I've held off on it, because I figure if we get to a size where we're having to deal with lots of chats, then there would probably be someone who wants to step in and take on more of an active moderator role. We have Wills, but he's not always able to join in. So I'll probably take that more seriously when we get to the point where we have like hundreds of people watching. I guess it will tell us if we just head out and start doing a different mission. It'll give us the notification to tell us that the work order's done, so we can just come back at that point. I do want to test though, did that Corsair keep its inventory?
To the ASOP vehicle selected. Stand by.
Let's call that up
Your
and
vehicle has been delivered to the place.
see if that is the case. It should have. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. Except that this is Star Citizen. And I am going to do a quick check on the Rumble side of things, because I'm not seeing any chats come through, but it says that there might be 2 people there. So I'm wondering if it's just not showing. It says that there are any chats from that. See, let's do a test. How does that show up on my side? Oh, no. If someone was saying something, I'd be able to see it. We're good. It's all gravy. In there? Is it in there? Oh, it is. Okay. That's fantastic. Okay, cool. Let's instead pull out a fighter, and let's do some more missions.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Yeah, let's have some fun with the Gladius.
Your vehicle has been placed with
What do we have in our local range right now? 26k and you have to go all the way out to Pyro 2. No thank you. I'm good. These ones are kind of fun. Let's do this.
This is Walton with Foxwood. You know a hot tip on where these outlaws are getting traveling, so this is a great chance to do some good. Bring your A game and play your hand. Count on you.
He just found out his systems green. Landing gear rejected.
Initial mission, I mean, long-term players of the game are going to know, but since we do have a certified newbie in our chat, this one has you loiter in a emission cloud so that you can mask your signature, and then you just wait for a ship to come in, kill the target ship, and then you're good. For the size of ship that this one says that we're going to take on,
I've tagged a place that should hide your signature.
Gladius is plenty. But I've had pretty good success doing these with the... Okay, that was a pretty sick maneuver. Did you guys see that? I've had pretty good success doing these with the Saber Firebird. That's the missile variant.
Preparatory checklist complete.
You
Time to
can
work
just
then.
dump a volley of missiles at the target if missiles are working for that patch. Okay, now let's manage our weapons. I want Mantis. Go. Since we have our fancy dual triggers now, we can set those to lasers, ballistics. And that's the cool part about having the bypass, is you can do ballistics without having to also activate lasers. Ballistics, lasers, both. Easy. Sure I am well developed. Nice. Gladius is such a cool ship. This thing. The Star Citizen has a lot of really cool ships. I also really like the look of the Guardian series, the Scorpius.
Make sure we're not bothered while we're working. Contact.
Guys on some baddies. Don't see the target.
Furies are pretty cool too. I don't use the Furies a whole lot though. Probably should. They're pretty cheap.
That's them. Go when you're ready.
I see him creeping, creeping, creeping.
Missile lock.
And then we get our lock.
Can't lose anyone else. Target down.
There we go. Hey, look at that. We got another blueprint. That probably gave us arms.
Contract complete. Initiating your payment now.
I've been meaning to catch you live. Too bad I'm working while you're streaming and can't have the volume up. Well, hey, welcome, ZG Alpha. I think you are one of the first ever comments that we have gotten from a Rumble viewer. So welcome. Is it just me, or do ships exploding and falling apart feel so much more impactful this patch? I think it's because we're getting stuck a lot closer, right? Like, with the radar changes, you have to be right on top of them in order to be doing damage. So that's what I would guess it is. Just that you're closer, so it's literally more of your screen. I didn't have my call to arms accepted. Yeah, well, ZG, if you're trying to catch my content, it does automatically upload to both Rumble and YouTube after the fact. I'll admit I don't do anything on the Rumble side to make it look pretty, so I put a lot of work into thumbnails that don't cross over on the YouTube side. I really wish Rumble would work out its API a little better, so that, because what I use is I use OBS to multicast to everything, and then I use the Restream plugin. But so far, Rumble doesn't play super nice with Restream, in that, yes, I can see the chat, but it doesn't let me update the thumbnail for the stream. So that part gets pretty frustrating. But if they would fix the experience, then it would be a little more feature parity between the different websites. I'm looking for another mission to do. That's what I'm looking for. But I don't want to just keep doing Foxwell ones, because those keep giving me the Antium, and I could not care less about those. I guess let's do the Bounty Hunter mission.
Good day to take down some shitheads, huh? Got your pay on tap and ready to go once you punch him out.
Loading travel initiated.
And did my shields go down super fast in that last mission, or were they just not on? I missed that part, but I didn't have shields for most of that fight.
Loading travel initiated. Quantum travel complete.
Okay, I think that answers my question. Apparently my shields are off. Why is that?
Shields online.
Off life support, turn down coolers.
Shields online.
Okay, fine. I guess we need... Still saying it's going up. What else can I... I'll cut more power to engine so I can send it to coolers. Okay, come on, stop going up.
Shields offline. Shields online.
Okay, whatever. I guess we just need to get this done quickly. I literally can't send more power to coolers. Maybe that's just how the default is working with the Gladius. You have to keep your fights short with the stock coolers and then upgrade to something bigger. For a PvE fight, we can run on minimal engine power. Not nearly as critical for as it is in PvP. Honored to be the first from Rumble. Yeah, there you go. I don't know why Rumble is struggling so much to attract anything but the like the political channels. Am I after Shagadella? Is that the player's name? Rumble still has a ways to go before it has like all the same features, and I think that if they would fix those, then it would be better. It's also, I don't know, like they did just introduce this kind of like crypto integration, which I think is weird. Like, where the heck is my target? I guess I'll get closer. That's saying I'm trespassing. I don't want to be doing that. Scan for all targets. I'm pinging, but I'm not seeing. Yeah, well, I'm happy you were able to pop in and join us. Alright, this one's not working. Let's grab a different mission. Haven't had him break that way before though, so that was interesting.
Shields offline.
Guild don't like it when hunters drop a bounty. Hey, strong, right? Not really honest. Hey, it's Ken. Saw that you're picking up another bounty. Good luck with this one.
So passive-aggressive there, Kent. How about, if you give me a mission, you make sure that it works?
Initiated.
Go to a cave on Hurston to find the target. Is this going to be, like, actually in the cave, though? It's been a while since I've done one of those kinds of missions. I can't remember if this is the same type or not, though. Or if this is just going to be above the cave. We should be breaking through the cloud cover soon, right? Hurston's clouds make me really nervous because I'm not sure if I'm going to smack into the ground. Makes me a little paranoid. And okay, lamp is not at all helpful in this scenario because of the fog. can't send any more power to my radar. Wait, actually, yes I can. Let's take 2 from shields. Send it to radar. Maybe it's a range problem, right? But if they were still within a 10k distance, I should be able to find them. I just wouldn't be able to target them. Aberdeen clouds are much worse. When you break the cloud layer, you got about 500 meters between that and the ground. Yeah, been a while since I've been to Aberdeen. Sounds like I don't want to go. Man, okay, so I don't know if this is an issue with the new radar ranges or if it's just that the bounty isn't spawning. Let's see what Ye Olde Issue Council has to say about it. Bounty. News reports. Then let's see, can we filter by PTU? Yes. Okay, so people are having the same issue. Say that's game breaking. Seems like this one will get kicked up pretty soon, though, because a lot of people are here. Upvoted 120 times. Here you go. So it's not just me. Oh yeah, so this was one that I had. Enter the auxiliary station, no enemies respond, laptop is present, but the code is wrong. This one was so frustrating. This happened a couple weeks ago on stream, I think. But yeah, you get all the way into the QV auxiliary station, and you find the laptop. Code doesn't work. Which super sucks. Okay, so it's not just me. Mission is potentially broken, but there's at least other people who are having the same issue. Surely we're close to... having that work order done, though, right? Oh, let's just head back there. Yeah, I won't search it because it's harder to find that way. But we need to go here. Oh man, it's really dark. I should use lamp to try and see. Okay, that is actually a little better. I was being snarky, but that is a little better. Maybe it's less fog right now, because we did try it earlier and it was not good. See, now I can't see squat because it's fog. As long as it's not clouds or fog causing it to be dark around you, then lamp does work pretty good. Coming out of the clouds like that is kind of cool.
Shields offline.
I loved the QV stations, but ever since
Initiated.
yeah, I mean they're such a cool mission.
Complete.
It really sucks that they are not doing well right now. I mean, it's the only mission where you get to fight straight up Van Duel. You do the Van Duel fights outside, you break into the station, you have FPS combat in there. Like, it's such a cool mission, but I could not, for the life of me, get it to work any of the latest times that I've tried. I went back to ASD stuff in live, I then tried Rock Viper stuff in BTU with the capacitors in the power section. Disappear too easily, so it's hard to solo. Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, like, it seems, I know other channels have expressed similar sentiments, but it feels like CIG gets the content released and then it doesn't get fixed when it breaks in the next patch, which is really, really unfortunate because we've got so many cool sandbox activities now that are just shells of their former selves because they're not the newest hotness. Like Hathor, the doors are broken. Nothing's working right at Hathor. QV stations, another one. ASD, well, I mean, ASD does seem to be working for the most part from what I've seen. So, I mean, hey, at least we have that. Oof. Okay, you know what? I want to live. I can survive. Time until rescue, 23 seconds. See, I think because I die in the hangar, I'll be okay. So what happened there was I hit the landing gear button and I figured that that was going to slow me down enough that I was going to be okay. And then when it didn't, I panicked and shot my ship into the roof. Not the best tactic. And then somehow I fused it to the top of the ceiling. But hey, it's all good. We just had a brush with Chris Roberts there, you know? We almost saw Chris Roberts at the pearly gates of 1.0. Yeah, let's check. Yeah, I did. We're set. We're fine. I am just going to drop that mission, though. It's not doing anything helpful for me.
Feeling better?
Oh, okay. I feel bad. I stopped right in the middle of the doorway. I'm sorry, guys. I was
this
that
bounty's
person.
Going back into rotation. Anyone I see
Start treatment now.
I hate that when other people do that to me. They just loiter in a doorway or in the middle of a small corridor. It's like, it tends to be an older person, because I think you become less aware of your surroundings when you can't hear much going on. It's just like, come on, common sense. Don't stop in the middle of a threshold. Keep it moving. But I was just that person, so happens to the best of us, unfortunately.
Cantonment, please report to management as soon as possible. Cantonment to management.
Okay. How close are we to being done? Oh, it did finish. Okay. Cool. Wait. It says it's complete, but those yields look terrible. What's going on? Is this actually complete? Because it should be showing complete if there is still time to go. That K-Toto guy keeps getting called to management. They need to fire that guy already. Yeah. Yields are very low now. I mean, I'll say, what the heck? That's like a percentage of what I thought I was going to get. Like 5 to 10%. That's crazy.
Waste disposal has been postponed until further notice.
I guess if you're just trying to make money by selling minerals, then you're going to be really struggling.
Away from joining an outlaw pack.
Latest QV bug is Warehouse B boss refuses to spawn sometimes. I did run into that a couple times. Yeah, very frustrating.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the full. Please visit us.
Alright, moment of truth. Can we craft it? In theory, we have everything we need to make a people. Okay. So we don't have the nicest stuff, right? So I think the best one. Okay, hold on. Okay, not interacting right. I'm on the road right now, but once I park and the squad are rolling deep into your next stream, add me on Discord, username Bikey7 on Twitch. I'll give it to you. It's a more creative prompt for a obvious bot attempt. Okay, so alright, so iron affects your fire rate and impact force, which impact force I assume means damage. So you get a plus 0.57% damage boost with this, and then I'm getting 7.39 RPM boost with that. The other one that I have nice is aluminum, and that's reducing the recoil. It's improving the recoil smoothness and the handling by 1.4% across all respectively. But then this Hephaestonite, which I do not have good stuff of, is hurting those same three stats. So with those combined, I mitigate it a little bit, but not all the way. So that's interesting. Iron is not affected by, or these two stats are not affected by anything but the iron. And then I wish that this gave you some kind of indicator of how long it was going to take. Doesn't seem like it does, though. And then... yeah, there's no stats for magazines, but that would be cool if they made... I don't know, like capacity affected by crafting. Maybe that is just another recipe that they'll make in the future. But then, like, definitely burn your lower quality stuff on ammo, right? Because that doesn't seem to affect anything. Oh, I guess it does say fabrication time 10 seconds here. So it does give you that. Odd. So I can craft 4 at a time, but it doesn't automatically fill them. Upgrade. What is that? Ooh, okay, so that's going to be... each one takes 10 seconds. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. No, give it to me! There's a tier symbol on the ammo. Maybe higher quality ammo is another future aspect of crafting. Yeah, true. Maybe that would be a way to alternatively affect your damage, right? Or your capacity. Okay, so if you double click, it does unequip it. What did that do? Okay, put it into my inventory. Cool. So I don't think that my ears are astute enough to be able to detect a 8% or an 8 RPM difference between this and a standard P4. And we're talking very minimal changes to recoil as well, so I don't think that we'll visually distinguish that here. But we crafted it. We did not have this before, we have it now. Let's see what else we can make with the materials we got. Let's see, how about only affordable? Okay, so we can make the bearing weapons at this point. That's it. Okay, let's get rid of affordable then and just do owned. Oh, these are two different types of Antium helmet. Yeah, is the tier symbol supposed to be showing something right now? And if I just want to go back, how do I go back? The mouse is acting gritty. It's acting like there's something under the skate, but I can't see what it would be. Okay, I fixed it, I guess. See, this one, different skin. Are the requirements different? It says 5 CSCU of tungsten, 1 and 5. Now, so those are the same. Found a post from someone who created a P4 with 900 quality, and it was up to 40% increase in some ways. So I mean, if you're a miner, ER, not OR, but if you're a miner with an ER, then there's some pretty strong incentive to get quality material. Because if you can just sell off 900 crafted items, that's going to be really nice for the people that get them. Okay, so all these stats look the same between these two. I guess it really is just the skin. Well, very interesting. Let's close here. So now the question is, the Blingy side, yo, I just stopped by your stream. I couldn't stay long, but I dropped a follow to support your journey. I can connect you with a big Twitch streamer who pulls thousands of viewers, has 137k followers. Whoa, that's amazing, and makes serious bank, I'll bet. He helps streamers grow with real viewers, active chatters, and loyal fans who donate, gift, and sub consistently. you're serious about growth, add him on Discord, Sideshow 30, and tell him Moses sent you. Growth starts when you take action. Man, that is like... that is the most, like, red pill, alpha bro ad I've ever seen. Growth starts when you take action. Stroke your channel. Wait, what?
Welcome to the ASOP
Jeez.
vehicle retrieval. Your vehicle has been
I appreciate the creativity, though. Alright, I am back. Always Gaming, welcome back. You just missed it, though. We crafted a P4. Here, I'll whip it out. Look at this. Are you serious about growth? Yeah, it's like, is he trying to sell me on a bot service for Twitch, or is he trying to sell me a blue pill? Right? And we all know what kind of blue pill I'm talking about. Okay, so my next question with crafting then, we did run into some rocks that we couldn't mine them, right? And presumably a lot of them are still going to be reserved for like the Argo Mole. But let's saunter on down to the refinery and see what kind of loadout we could put together that would make things more accessible. Truck, boots, man stuff equals fuse. Yeah. That was a pretty silly ad. It is better than the base one, Always Gaming. I didn't get the greatest materials, so we had one that was increasing recoil and one that was decreasing, so they really just kind of canceled each other out for the most part, but we did end up with slightly worse recoil. And then we do have a very slight increase to rate of fire by 8 rounds per minute. You really can't tell. It sounds like any other P4 just listening to it by ear. But Schlag is saying that if you get the real nice materials, it gets pretty good. So I think we're going to need to check out what we can put together for a loadout. See if we can't get better rocks when we find them.
Could we get a fire marshal down to decom?
That was just the basic laser. That one is set at lower power, which is nice and stable. Yeah. So that's what I was thinking too. Like, I know that it comes with the arbor by default, right? So is it the Lancet that's the powerful one now? I guess we'll see. Okay, we don't want the size 2s though. Oh, there's a size 0 helix? I guess that'd be for like the Atlas and the Rock, right? Cool, so crafting will really be worth doing. Feel like mining is going to be PvP heavy now. Like mining, you're going to get attacked by PvP players? I don't think so. Okay, so I only see really the size 2s and the Hofstede. I guess the Helix would be your highest power laser. They don't sell that one. The Hofstede goes up to 21. What does my ship have now? right now it has the Arbor, which tops out at 1890. I mean, the Hofstad would be a slight improvement, but yeah. Hofstad is nice as it reduces resistances, so not the highest power, but cuts into higher resistance material better. That is true. I know Regolith is going down somewhat soon, but doesn't, as long as it's still up. It does have a mining calculator, doesn't it? Mining loadouts. Yeah, here we go. So let's compare. Oh, wait. There we go. So the Arbor is giving you minus 35 instability, plus 25 resistance. Klein would be pretty good, I think, based on what this shows. Like, so what I understand, right? Resistance is a modifier to the size, essentially, right? Like, it basically kicks it up so that you can't mine what you typically could. And then the instability is the standard deviation for how much the power fluctuates as it charges. So this would bounce around more, but you should be able to charge bigger rocks. And it gives you a boost to the charge windows. So the Klein looks like it would be pretty good. Lancet is your highest power one. Okay, but isn't there a calculator somewhere on here where it shows like what kinds of things you can mine? Or am I crazy? Wow, this is old. Look at that. Doesn't even have the new UI. Yeah, you bring up a good point. Loud Guns is usually pretty on top of this. Let's see if he does have a video for us. Oh, look at this. The Mining Guide, Star Citizen 4.7. Welcome to the Industrial Revolution. This guy is a machine. Look at this. But does he have it time-stamped? That's the real question.
Hello and welcome back or welcome to the channel.
Pause. I don't want to steal all your video. Cracking rocks, refining. Okay, let's see what he says about lasers.
The solo mining space. and the multi-crew Argo Mole. Both the Prospector and the Mole can switch out their lasers, while the Golem has a bespoke size 1 laser, the Pitman, that can't be changed. Prospector and Mole come as stock with Arbor lasers, size 1 for the Prosby and 2 for the Mole. Then there are a total of 5 other laser types, the Hofstede, Helix, Lancet, Impact and Klein, and these each come in size 1 and 2 variations. The size of lasers only affects 2 of the characteristics. Size 2s found on the Mole have the advantage in terms of laser power and module slots, and we'll cover modules next, but for now just know that they let you apply additional buffs, so having more is better. In limited cases, the Mole's extra power could be considered a disadvantage, as it does mean that it might struggle with smaller rocks, but generally speaking, bigger is better. However, outside of this, the laser types buffs and debuffs to stats like resistance, instability, charge rate, and charge window.
Some of these are messed up, right? Like, this says min power 3600, max power 2775. These ones look like they might be backwards. What's going on here? Did we slip in an extra digit?
The same between size 1 and 2 variants. When choosing your laser, it's worth considering now, more than ever, the type of rocks that you're going after. That might influence your choice. But as far as I can tell, in most cases, raw power is still going to be the most important thing, determining whether or not you can tackle a stone at all. So therefore, while we might see edge case builds emerge, the Helix, as the most powerful, is likely to remain one of the most utilised lasers. The other ones that stand out for me particularly here are the Hofstede and the Impact. The Hofstede is an old favourite, can work to lower...
It's almost to the same level as as the other size 2 lasers. That's wild, actually. Okay, so I need to find myself a Helix. And still, a minus 30% resistance is pretty good. And then you can just use something to increase your green zone size, and then there's really no downside to that.
Resistance, which is a key feature of this build, as well as expanding the green zone. While the Impact trades a minor increase in resistance for a reduction in instability, so it could be quite useful for some of those secondary breaks on the really unstable stones. The Klein laser, with its massive cut to resistance, is worth taking a look at maybe, but it does suffer in other ways. It has the lowest module count, so there's the least customization option after the lasers on your ship, and also it does increase the instability quite a lot. So that's going to really hinder you when you're looking for some of the better rocks. Once you've got your laser equipped though, you can further optimize it with modules. These come in 2 types, passive and consumable. Consumable...
Okay, now we know that stuff. Okay, so I don't want to get too hard in the paint right now because it is PTU, and this could all change literally tomorrow. But it would seem that, at least for right now, that that Helix is the best, right? And it's not sold here. The size I need, anyways. I don't think it's really worth buying another laser right now because we are going to be getting this in life somewhat soon. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think if we fix the issues with the quantum travel map, this does actually feel like a pretty good reliefs candidate, in my opinion. I can't say it's felt any less stable than everything else, and I guess we did have that bounty target that didn't spawn in. There's that. But just trying to predict where we're at based on previous timelines, I'd say we're probably pretty close to having this hit live. So I'm gonna kill the game here. While that's doing its thing, let's give another shout out to our channel members. Thank you, Orbital Bombardiers and Up, Moo Man 7, Exodorix, Prime Atlas, and Draconis. Your support helps make content like this possible, and you get a mention in each and every stream. That's the word, and video that I upload. Short of that, though, hey, if you want to hit subscribe so that you don't miss future content like this. Today I think we did get quite a bit done. We have now fully swapped over my Virpil sticks to use my new split trigger design. I'm quite happy with how this has turned out. Go to cam only. It works really well. I'm getting a nice snappy response out of the first stage, and it's really easy to activate that second stage. But I still have the progressive trigger function that we had before. So really slick. And it's just, yeah, this is the easiest way to switch between them. And if I do set up keybinds for the flip trigger, I have that expansion as well. You can even do something that you can't do with the default one, where I can have the flip trigger down, and then I can activate the second trigger without the first trigger. So that is an additional added function that you don't get on the stock joystick. But I do think I'm going to cut it here for now. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. How did this stream go? Are you looking forward to picking up your own split triggers for your Virpil constellations? We had Overboard in chat for just a while. Maybe we finally sold him on it. But until next time, hey, this is Odd Job Entertainment signing off.